Hello, dear friends. I welcome everyone who is watching us. It's Saturday, September 12th, 2020, and the summary show is on Sotnik-TV. It's 7 p.m. in Moscow. Today is the 64th day since the citizens of Khabarovsk began their protest rallies. Of course, the number of protesters is diminishing with time and their rallies are no longer as popular as they used to be. Those rallies have now turned into something routine and laughable for the rest of the country. Like, what's up with the Khabarovsk? Are people there still protesting? Oh well. The authorities in Moscow surely expect the protest to fade by itself. With every passing day, their participation decreases. It decreases slowly. Today it's 100 protesters less than yesterday, and tomorrow there will be 500 protesters less than today. But such is the plan. The protesters will get tired and back off. Coming up next, see footage of today's rally in Khabarovsk. We don't trust you after 20 years. We demand freedom. Putin needs to resign. Furgal is our choice. We are the authorities here. The entire country supports Furgal. This is our region. This footage was made in Khabarovsk today on the 64th day of the protest. This is a long game. Will Khabarovsk last for such a long time? Maybe yes and maybe no. There's no hope for the citizens of the rest of Russia, as nobody cares about the protest in Khabarovsk. Everyone is busy solving their problems. Fortunately for Vladimir Putin, his people have enough troubles to deal with, and soon there will be more. Putin will make sure there will be. He's not the only one though. Andrei Razin is a person whom I first met in the late 80s, when I was in showbiz. He's the producer of the Gentle May, a pop band. He now went to predicting the future. Let me cite him. Andrei Razin, the leader of the Gentle May, predicts global political changes in November that may lead to mass unrest, hunger and huge losses. Razin says that the possible reason is another Cold War between the US and China. End of the quote. He's almost right. The signs of this coming Cold War have already appeared. Both Mike Pompeo and Donald Trump have mentioned such a scenario. Still, November is the month of the US presidential elections. The voting is to be held on the 3rd, and in case Trump wins this time, the US policy toward China will unavoidably be tightened. It means another global economic crisis. We have briefly discussed this scenario during our previous shows. The crisis is coming no matter who wins the elections, whether it will be Trump or Biden, it doesn't matter. The only thing no one can predict today is the exact date when this crisis begins. It may be the first or the second half of 2021. One needs to know too much to predict this exact date, and nobody obtains that much of data. Here's another thing Razin mentioned. He predicted a revolution in technology. And he was right. A technological breakthrough is to become the key factor that will put an end to the mass crisis in the global economy. Such a breakthrough is the result of this crisis and will hopefully put an end to the age of populism in politics. The current generation of politicians will pass, and those who now decide the fate of our world will become history. However, no changes occur in the countries where the red ideology remains. During the coming crisis, such countries will get behind the rest of civilization dramatically. A huge mental and technological gap will occur. The notional West will finally enter into the 21st century, while Russia will enter into the Stone Age. The advanced technologies won't be available for the savages who will inhabit these lands. Those angry and wild people will no longer be able to use technology to harm mankind. And this makes me hope for a better future. For those countries that are not infected with xenophobia or mental aggression. This is it for today. Try to stay sane in modern Russia that keeps turning into a cave. It's getting dark and gloomy there. I feel sorry for everyone who remains there for a variety of reasons. Let me wish you one important thing. Don't get wild and angry. Don't grow a fang and stay away from this mass of wool. Remain human and take care of yourself. See you next week.